Hello and welcome to Ohio Hobbies. Once again, we are here to go over this week in coin roll hunting. This is everything that we have found here at Ohio Hobbies this week. What an amazing week it's been. And that's a good thing considering apparently starting this week and in the next week, my coin roll hunting may be at a screeching halt. My pickup bank, has told me that they may not get the orders, so I may not get my orders for the week. We'll have to wait and see. But the worst part is my dump bank has told me that for right now they're not allowed to send out any coin, and they have several weeks of my bags sitting in the vault, and they have no more room for more bags, so they will not accept my dump coins right now. So next week I'm not sure what's going to happen. I won't know more until tomorrow. I probably will post that on the Instagram, Twitter, or on TikTok, one of those. So if you're interested, go ahead and follow me on one of those platforms. Other than that, follow here. If you would, go ahead and give a thumbs up right about now. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. But before we go any farther, let's go ahead and just start breaking this thing down and get started with what we looked at this week. The first thing we did was 2 boxes of $half. We got some NIFCs, or not intended for circulation coins, 2002 Denver. We got 2 03 Phillies, pretty much identical, nothing special there. We have an 04 Philly, and last NIFC, 07 Denver. Not a great hunt. We did have one other coin, and it was marked, which was kind of unique because it is Painting Pays, Gardner Paint Services Inc. And there's the phone number. So it's a stickerized coin. I usually hold on to them just to see how many I'm going to end up getting. But it's funny that somebody did go ahead and mark it as a searched coin, yet there is a sticker on the back. So I'm going to hold on to that one. If you're Gardner Painting Services, thanks for the $half. Other than that, let's move right along into the quarters. We did our first box of quarters here on July 8th, and we got 2 West Points. We have the Weir Farm West Point with the privy mark there. There it is, Weir Farm. And Salt River Bay. There it is. 2 W quarters in the first box. The second box did have another W. This one was a 2019 River of No Return. So all in all, 3 W quarters for 2 box hunt. I'm happy with that. We had 2 other finds, which I've shown these multiple times. San Antonio Missions. Right there at the top of the bell tower. Let's see if we can clear that up just a little bit. There we go. The extra die chip right there. And then, since we're talking about die chips, we did find one Arizona. Right there it is. That should say JFM right there. This chip right here should not be in there, but it is. So that, I believe, is considered an extra leaf cactus. That was our entire 2-box quarter hunt. Not bad. Few finds to add to the collection, and I'm always thrilled to add the West Points. After that, we hunted 2 boxes of nickels. I did not put out the 50s nickels this time around. I went ahead and did what I did with them, searched them, and sent them back into the wild. It's just get to the point where I can't hold any more 50s nickels, so I'm going through them looking for varieties and pulling out, if it's a semi-key date or a key date, I'll definitely pull it out. But I'm not going to showcase them here. We'll just go into our finds. Speaking of key dates and semi-key dates, let's go ahead and start right here. One of the items I pulled this week was a 49 San Francisco. You can see it there, which is in fact a semi-key date. And then we also pulled a 1976 San Francisco proof. Of course, it's been in circulation, so it's an impaired proof, but a proof is a proof. We have our stack here, 1968, 69, and look at that giant mound of 1970 San Franciscos. Then, kind of unique, we found a 54, a 53, and a 1940. All, if I can get it to focus, there we go. San Francisco mints. There it is. I usually don't find ones like that. I find a semi-key date S, 3 more non-68, 69, and 70 San Franciscos. That made me pretty happy. But we're not done yet. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the Canadian foreigns. 1993, 1985, 1996, 1993, 89, 68, that was nice, but then look at this, a 1956. That I believe is my oldest Canadian nickel. I am very happy to add a 1956 to the Ohio Hobbies collection. And yes, I did realize I skipped that coin. We'll come back to that one. Down here we have 3 1939s. Unfortunately, we still continue to get skunked on the key dates. I do not have the 38 or 39s. Still trying. 1940. We have 4 from 1941. Go ahead and flip them over. I might have missed an estimate there. Let's go ahead and pop that under the scope because I think I did miss pulling out a San Francisco. Look at that. I did. So there's one more San Francisco that should have been in this pile. But that's why we always double check. The rest, all Philadelphia. And then we have 2 1942s that are not silver. 46. We got 3 of those. All Philadelphia. 1947. San Francisco. Okay, continuing on. 1948. Philadelphia. In a 49 Denver. That ends our 1949s. We did get one 2009 out of Philadelphia. And then we start into the fun stuff. We got 2 Buffaloes finally. We've been on such a dry Buffalo streak. But we got a dated 1936. Out of Philly. And then we also have a dated 1937. Pretty nice. Both out of Philly. And then more fun. Look at that. 4 silver nickels. 3 from 1943. And the 44. And the only 44 I'm missing for the set is that San Francisco. So let's see what we got. 43. Philly. 43 Philly. 43 Philly. 44 Philly. That's alright. 4 silver nickels. I'm happy. Not going to get upset. Eventually, I will find that 44S that I'm missing from my collection. Okay, time to move into some pennies. That ends the nickels for now. Alright, pennies. Where do we want to start? Let's do a quick 2009 Those are each one of the years. Only one of the presidential. That usually is my lowest. I usually don't find a ton of those. San Francisco's 69, 70, a couple 72s, and then a stack of 74s. Nothing crazy special so far in any of those. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Canadian friends here. 1996, 1982, 72, 66, 76, 81, 80, 2000, 76 again, 76 again there, 65, 89, a little blurry, there we go, let's try that, 76, 79, 75, 75, and then we get, look at here, a 1941, very nice to add to the collection, King George. We get a 1957, which is the young head, but the star of the show, 1938, King George. How about that? 1938. I believe I previewed this in last week's video, and it's also on Instagram. Just so cool to find those three. I love finding the old Canadians, because eventually I will do a Canadian book, and it's going to be really short in these older years. So, very happy to add those to the collection. Speaking of older years, you already seen it. These are the wheats found this week. 1926. We'll just go ahead and flip them as we go, so you can see the reverses. 1937, 1938, 44, 45. We had one Denver 46, two from Philadelphia. Let's go ahead and flip those. 1947 Denver, 48 Philly, 50 Denver, 53 Philly, 56 Philly. Sorry, the shadow's getting me. 57 Philly, and a nice brown red, but a lot of red in it still, of the 1958 Denver. Not in bad shape at all. Nice coin. Alright, so those are what we have there. We'll take a peek at these here. We have a counter stamped. Now this is not the States, nor is it the one with Kennedy on it. This is a star. It is a detailed star. You can see some detailing there inside of it. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to mean, but it's definitely post-mint damage, and I always keep everything that is counter stamped. This is a stack of die chips, die cracks. We'll take a quick look at these. Look at that crack right there between the R and the I in America. Runs right across there. Huge die crack. Let's see what we got on this one. Same exact spot. Huge die crack. Only 4 more to take a peek at here. Take a quick look at these. Die crack there at the bottom where the FG is. Same as one there. And a huge die crack coming off at that corner. Right there up through the T. So, 3 corners of that one had cracks. We got another one here. Take a quick peek. Bottom cracked, bottom cracked. Just 2 on the bottom. This is a 69 Denver. Look how flat and smooth that FG. Now obviously we're supposed to have the FG initials there. So this is the no FG, and once again, as before, that roof on the Memorial is floating. There is no connecting here, and there's just barely a hint of it there. It's a lot of wear on this, so it's not really worth much, but I still go ahead and put it into the collection. We got a 1964. This is kind of a unique one, if I remember correctly. If I can find it here. There it is. I knew it was there somewhere. If we take a look at the E and the S, what you're going to see is a good example of machine doubling or die deterioration. You see the extra on the E there and there, around the S there, even on the O, and some on the T. There is a double die reverse in this year, but that is not it. Okay, the dogs are starting to bark. Give me just a second to get them calmed back down. We're going to talk about this euro and then wrap things up. Okay, now let's take a look at the 20 euro from Italy. It is a 2002. It was found in a roll of quarters. Look at that edge. That was the edge I seen sticking out in a roll of quarters. How cool is that? Right there, 2002. 20 euro cent. Now, the cooler part to me is this is Nordic Gold. Nordic Gold is done in a lot of metal melting videos. We have not done it yet simply because we don't have the zinc or the tin yet. But if you're curious, don't ignore all this. I'm not sponsored by any of this. It's nothing to do with the video. It just happens to be a sticky pad that I have sitting on my desk. But 89% copper, 5% aluminum, 5% zinc, and 1% tin. That is the makeup of the Nordic Gold. Eventually, I would love to do some Nordic Gold pours, and we will get there someday, but I have to get a hold of some tin and some zinc. I believe I have some zinc, but I wouldn't trust it to be pure zinc, so I'm not going to use it for something like that. Alright, that is it for this week's video. I'm going to go ahead and add all the stuff here, and here, excuse me, so that you can see our total for the year for the half dollars, for the quarters, for the nickels, and for the cents. It still amazes me. A 1938 out of Canada. So cool. Unfortunately, none of these did hit good, are for the books. No silver for the books. Beautiful buffaloes. Gotta love it. Alright, enough babbling. It is time to get a move on. Next video, I gotta get those videos put together, and you're gonna see some metal melting and pouring. How cool is that? Alright, that's it. I appreciate each and every single one of you watching. Like I said earlier, if you would give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you're not a subscriber, consider giving me a subscription and turning on that bell notification. Down in the description of this video, you'll find my P.O. Box and my email address. You will also find my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok ways to locate me. So you can follow me on other social medias. That's it for now. Once again, I can't say it enough. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And as always, get your hobby on.